Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise the chapter Ratio and Proportion. I'll be taking the questions of each and every kind which we have studied in this chapter, and we'll revise all the concepts here. So let us start with question number 1. Question number 1 says that if B is mean proportion between A and C, then we have to show this thing. Okay, so we have two methods that we take LHS, we solve it, and then we take RHS and we solve it. And if both the answers are same, then we can say that the thing is proved. Or we can start from LHS, we can solve and we can get RHS. Both the methods are applicable. As B is mean proportion between A and C, then B square will be equal to AC. We will use this result in solving and in getting the result. So we have started with LHS. I have copied LHS here, a to the power 4 plus a square b square plus b to the power 4 divided by b to the power 4 plus b square c square plus c to the power 4. Clear? Now a will be b square will be replaced by AC. So in wherever we have got b square, we have replaced it by AC. You can see here b square is replaced by AC here. B square is replaced by AC here. Clear? Then the numerator becomes a to the power 4 plus a cube c plus a square c square, and denominator becomes a square c square plus a c cube plus c to the power 4. We can take a square common from numerator and c square common from denominator. If we take them common, then we are getting the same result within the bracket. So this entire bracket will be cancelled by other bracket. We'll be left with a square divided by c square, which was the RHS. So this question was based on mean proportion method. That is, if B is mean proportion between A and C, then we have to use B square is equal to AC. Moving on to the second type of the question. Second type, it is said that continued proportion. Fine, the question is based on continued proportion. If A, B, C, they are in continued proportion, then we have to prove that A plus B plus C within a bracket, another bracket a minus b plus c is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. For continued proportion, you remember it is a upon b is equal to b upon c. If a, b and c are in continued proportion, then we can write a upon b is equal to b upon c. Here we have considered that a upon b is equal to b upon c is equal to k. We have considered, assumed that. I have not written let here, but we have assumed it as k. If it is k, it means individually a upon b is equal to k, or we can say b upon c is equal to k. If a upon b is equal to k, then a will be written as bk, and if b upon c is equal to k, then b will be equal to ck. If we replace b here, as you can see, a is equal to bk and value of b is ck. So if b is replaced by ck here, then a becomes ck square. So now we'll be replacing a by ck square and b by ck. So everywhere we'll have c and k. Are you getting it? So in all the terms, in place of a we'll get ck, in place of b we'll get answer in terms of ck. Are you getting it? Then it will be easy for us to simplify it. So we have replaced a by ck square and b by ck in both the brackets. If we see, we can take c common from here and we can take c common from here. So one c from this bracket, another c from this bracket. As we have multiplication sign, then c into c is c square. And we'll be left with k square plus k plus 1 in the first bracket and k square minus k plus 1 in the second bracket. If we rearrange these brackets, we can write them as k square plus 1 plus k and k square plus 1 minus k. Clear? So we can treat them as a plus b, a minus b, where a is k square plus 1 and b is k. So by using the identity a plus b a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. By using this identity, we'll be getting it, c square will be copied as it is. And here we'll apply formula a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. So a is k square plus 1 and b is k. So k square plus 1 whole square minus k square. A square minus b square. If we open the bracket a plus b whole square, then it becomes a square plus b square plus 2ab. That means k to the power 4 plus 1 plus 2k square minus k square. So it will result in c square within a bracket k to the power 4 plus k square. This will be subtracted. K square plus 1. Now we'll take RHS. We have copied RHS and a is replaced by ck square. As it is a square, so it becomes c square and k square square. That means k to the power 4. And b is replaced by ck, so b square will be written as c square k square. C will be copied like that only. We can take c square common. If we take c square common, we get k to the power 4 plus k square plus 1 within the bracket, which is similar as LHS. So this question was based on continued proportion method. Moving on to the third question. It is, if 7m plus 2n divided by 7m minus 2n is equal to 5 upon 3. Then we have to, by using the properties of proportion, we need to find out the value of m is to n. And second part is m square plus n square is to m square minus n square. Let us see how we are going to solve it. We have copied the same thing which is there in the question. And as we require m is to n, it means this needs to be simplified. And we can see that it is 7m plus 2n, 7m minus 2n. Numerator and denominators are almost same, but with the difference of minus sign. And we need to simplify them. So this gives us the hint that we need to apply componendo and dividendo when numerator and denominator seems to be almost same. Then by applying componendo and dividendo says, if a upon b is equal to c upon d, then a plus b divided by a minus b is equal to c plus d divided by c minus d. Means numerator plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator. So we have written that. You need to remember numerator plus denominator. So no problem because plus sign is here. So no sign will be changed. But when we will write numerator minus denominator, then this minus sign will be converted to plus. We need to apply componendo and dividendo both the sides, in LHS also and in RHS also. Sometimes people forget to apply it in RHS. They leave it like that and they copy 5 upon 3 here. So you have to remember that you need to apply componendo and dividendo on the other side also. That means 5 plus 3 divided by 5 minus 3. If we simplify them, we will get 14m divided by 4n is equal to 8 upon 2. Okay. Then if we solve them further, if we cancel them and if we solve them further, we will get m is to n is equal to a is to 8 is to 7. So value of m upon n is 8 upon 7. First part answer has come. Now moving on to the second part. In the second part, we are supposed to find out value of m square plus n square. It means if we have a square over here, on squaring both the sides, what will happen? M square upon n square is equal to 8 square upon 7 square. That means 64 upon 49. Now if we at this stage, at this step, if we apply componendo and dividendo, then it becomes m square plus n square divided by m square minus n square. Numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator. Other side also 64 plus 49, 64 minus 49. Then it will result to 113 divided by 15. So value of this will be 113 divided by 15. Clear? Do we need to leave our answer here only? No. Because in the question they asked us to leave our answer in ratio form. Then you are supposed to answer like 113 is to 15. You are not supposed to leave your answer as 113 divided by 15. Clear? You need to write one more step over here. 113 is to 15. As I have written 8 is to 7. You need to answer in a similar manner as the question is asked. If in the question it is in a fraction form, then answer will be in a fraction form. But if in the question it is in ratio form, then answer should also be in ratio form. So it should be written, one step is missing here. I have not written it purposely here. Okay, you need to write one more step over here, like 113 is to 15. Clear? This question was based on componendo and dividendo method. We'll be doing quite a number of questions dependent upon componendo and dividendo, as this is widely used concept in this exercise. Question is there on the same screen. Okay, so question number 4, moving on to the next one. Question number 4 says, if x square plus y square divided by x square minus y square is equal to 17 upon 8. Almost similar kind of thing, but here it was m and n, but here it is in squares. And we need to find out value of first part, x is to y, and the second part is x cube plus y cube. So what we'll do, first of all, we'll copy down the question. In the question it was given x square plus y square divided by x square minus y square. Again, almost same numerator and denominator. So what we'll apply? To simplify it, we'll apply componendo and dividendo. It says if a upon b is equal to c upon d, then a plus b divided by a minus d, a minus b is equal to c plus d divided by c minus d. Why I am repeating it again and again? So that you may learn it here only. Okay. Componendo dividendo says numerator plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator. So it is x square plus y square plus x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square minus x square, and because of minus sign, plus y square. And the other side, 17 plus 8 divided by 17 minus 8. Numerator plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator. So we'll get this side y square and y square will be cancelled, opposite signs, plus